Hello and welcome back to Cooking with me. Today we're going to be making the humble bacon sandwich, a very complicated dish that takes many days to prepare, many hours to cook, but when you eat it, it's very simple. A basic dish. And I cannot wait to talk you through it today. So we take our baking tray and we're going to just go ahead and put a simple piece of foil like this. Foil is excellent in the microwave. You put it over any dish or bowl or anything like something like this, and it really sets the dish on fire. I often find something worth trying out for yourselves. It's also handy with some foils that they come with a free phone number. So you can call this number 0800 0686 727 if you just want to have a conversation with people about foil or something like this. I've called them several times before in my life and find that it's usually quite a nice thing to do. You know, you have a chat with somebody about foil, or you can talk about the day, as long as it's sort of broadly centered around foil. You can't say, for example, call them and try and transfer some funds to the Middle East or anything like this. And you shouldn't try to do that with a co-op free phone number, because they'll think you're crazy or something like this. So now we have our baking sheet here with the foil. We take some bacon. So depending on how many people you're cooking this sandwich for, it depends really how much bacon you want to use. So if it's just, say, a bacon sandwich for me, then I'll do sort of 10, 12 slices. If it's for several other people, you might just want to do one or two. It depends. Now this is particularly good bacon. You see how it's falling apart like this? That's really good stuff. You want to get that from the shop. Look for it in the shop, because you want to make sure it's really thin and breaking apart like this. You don't want your meat to stay together intact. You don't want it to resemble really anything that it should look like. And that's how you can make sure you're gonna have a really nice breakfast sandwich. So I've already preheated the grill. I did this 3 days ago, so it's nice and hot. You want it on maximum heat, and then you're gonna open your grill like this, and you're just gonna very quickly put the meat under the grill. Be very careful. It's now absolutely scalding hot. I say it's been several days. It's been very hot outside here. It's crazy heat coming out of this thing, but that'll get your bacon nice and crispy. So whilst your bacon's cooking, now's the time to begin preparing some of the other elements of the dish. Now, as this is a bacon sandwich, no sandwich would be complete without bread and butter. Now, the problem I find with butter, I don't know about you, is the spreading of the butter. So I've always struggled to spread butter when it comes to bread. You see, the butter comes out of the fridge, it's ever so cold like this. You see like this, and the bread, it starts to collapse like this. And that's a real shame, but it's just one of those things that I live with. I've never really worried too much about it. I mean, who's looking at it anyway when it's all getting mushed up into the stomachs and bellies and things like this? But really, at the end of the day, it's still going to be a very nice sandwich. Okay, so we have our box of eggs here. As you can, hang on a second, what the hell is it? There's only 5 eggs. You see, this is the problem with modern day supermarkets, is they don't give two shits about the customers anymore. I remember seeing something similar to this when I was once over in France. I said to the shop owner, I said, excuse me, I'm trying to buy some licorice all sorts, but I'm only seeing licorice of sorts. She looked at me like I was fucking crazy. I said to her, well, if I'm crazy, what is this kind of shop? You know, what kind of outfit are you running here? So that was kind of a difficult time. But we have our 5 eggs. It's fine, we only need 1 because we're only making 1 bacon and egg sandwich. So we go ahead and take our pan. I'm gonna put on maximum heat for a fried egg. Leave that now for about 15 minutes. You can go away, sort of watch an episode or something. I hear Ted Lasso's just started again. So meanwhile, we get out our bacon from the grill. Now you see all this running sort of grease here like this. That's actually just water. So you can tip that straight down the sink. Absolutely not a problem whatsoever. But you want to flip the bacon. I just go straight in with my fingers. My fingers are like, how do you say, asbestos. As you can see, this bacon is really good. It's falling apart when I try and flip it over. That is an excellent piece of bacon. It should really just crumble basically like a soft biscuit. So now we've flipped the bacon and we've tipped all of that grease down the sink. We're going to go straight back into our burning heat like this. And now we give it another 2 or 3 hours. Now I tend to go and watch film like Gone with the Wind or something like this. So now the pan is nice and hot like this. Really feel that down there like this. Really hot, very hot pan. Really hot pan like this. We're going to take our egg and we're just going to crack the egg on the side of the pan like this. And when you've got a firm, sharp crack, you should be able to pour the canned egg into the fry light like this. And if you've done it correctly, you'll see it'll start to cook like this. Now immediately start to shape it. That's right, shape the egg. I like to use just a simple potato peeler, but you might like to use a fork or a whisk, something like this. And just start to shake the egg, just how you're gonna want that egg. You know, when you want that egg. So that's right, like this. Now, of course, you're going to want to cater what you're making to your audience. So if you were making, I don't know, let's say you were making this dish for a pet chicken or hen, you might not want to serve a chicken egg. You might want to do it with a goose egg or quail egg or something like this. But for today, I'm actually just making this sandwich for myself. So I don't mind a chicken egg. I'd eat any old egg, really. I like crocodile eggs. I've never tried a human egg. Maybe leave a comment in the comments if you've tried a human egg. I suppose it would be very nice, but you probably wouldn't want to be making it for a human. It might be difficult for the mothers. Now, when it comes to the bacon sandwich itself, everybody likes their bacon differently, but you just want to go ahead and, when it's cooked through at least, just go ahead and put that straight onto the sandwich, like this. And now we have this. We're just going to put our bread top back on there like this. And that's basically the bacon sandwich. Unfortunately, you're probably all wondering what happened to the egg. And during the cooking process, the egg turned into a little chick. It hopped off the pan straight outside and brought back with it 17 pigeons. So it's been quite a difficult time here this morning, and it will just simply be a bacon sandwich, no other than the bacon and egg, which was promised. I can only apologize for this, but in the meantime, I will be shooting pigeons here in my flat in the south of London. But what I will still do is I'll put this on the plate and get it on the table so you can really see it in all of its glory. And then I'll show you what I have for my breakfast sandwich. And here is our delicious bacon sandwich. So that'll be nice to enjoy very soon. So yeah, thanks again for tuning in this morning. A very simple dish, as I say, it takes a long time, a lot of preparation, but if you really focus on the hints and tips that I've shared with you today in this video, then I think that you too will be able to create a delicious bacon sandwich of your own in due course, perhaps in 2 or 3 years' time. Thank you for tuning in, and hopefully we'll see you again next week for Cooking with Me.